Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest update as usual. We start with young Barcelona winger Ace Abde, as it has been reported that Barcelona have been contacted by derby rivals Girona for the loan signing of the 20-year-old forward. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about this other report claiming that Barcelona do not intend to sell 49% stake in BLM until 2023. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, please endeavor to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Following the addition of Rafinha, coupled with the renewal of Ousmane Dembele, there are many players in the current Barcelona camp who are now facing an uncertain future at the club. One of them is Abde Ezazuli, who had made an eye-catching breakthrough during the first half of last season by featuring in multiple La Liga matches, but his role in the team eventually got diminished after the January additions of Ferran Torres and Adama Traore. Abde was eventually restricted to minutes for Barca Athletic, and his fate could be pretty much the same heading into the new season, especially after the capture of Rafinha and Dembele. There is a possibility Abde may leave the club on loan in the summer in search for better opportunities elsewhere. And it appears he has no shortage of suitors either, with Girona still maintaining interest in the winger as per Mundo Deportivo. The report suggests the newly promoted La Liga outfit are keen on acquiring the services of Ace Abde on loan ahead of the new season. They want him to upgrade their options going forward and help the club survive in the rigors of the top flight. Girona have kept contact with Barca over the possibility to sign Abde in the summer. While the club have appeared apprehensive about offloading the young star, a final decision is yet to be made. The onus will be on Xavi to decide the future of the 20-year-old, who has shown immense potential. The player is currently training with the first team in the US, hoping to showcase his skills in training and in upcoming friendlies against the likes of Juventus and Real Madrid. Girona, though, are determined to sign the winger, and as we head closer to the start of the new season, it will be interesting to see what the future holds for the attacker this summer. Abde is one of the players whose future remains uncertain and whose future looks like it's out of Barcelona for next season. Looking at the number of forwards that Barca have right now in the roster, Abde does not have a place, let's be honest. Looking at how Ousmane Dembele resigned a contract, then Rafinha was also bought, and that right wing position that Abde currently plays is being filled with two top quality players. So it's just unfortunate that Barca will not be able to retain him for next season. So what is widely expected is that Abde will be loaned out, and Girona, who were just promoted to La Liga this season, have been making contacts with Barcelona, have been making contacts for the potential sale of the player or loan. Let me say loan, because Barcelona will definitely loan him, not sell it, because he has potential a lot, he has the skills, and it's not a matter of selling him just to loan him, because some of these players need to be secured for the future, right? So let's see how it goes. The player is currently in the United States with the rest of the squad, training, and of course he played against Inter Miami 2 days back, and he did perform brilliantly. Of course, that's a game that many of those guys played well. It was an easy game for Barcelona, so more tough games ahead. Real Madrid and Juventus will not be easy games. Those ones will be tough tests. So for Abde, his future looks uncertain. He's likely to leave than to stay, looking as Barca have now a lot of forwards, except Xavi really changed his mind and maybe plays him more of a rotational role next season. But still that is still unlikely if Abde will accept being on the bench throughout the season rather than going out there to look for first team football. He did enjoy some first team football last season when Xavi came, when Barca were in shortage of forwards, especially when injuries plagued in and many players were down. Abde had to convince the manager. He played some of his best football, and of course, he enjoyed some game time then. But when Xavi went ahead in the January transfer window to buy Ferran Torres, Adama Traore, Aubameyang, then there was absolutely no chance No chance whatsoever for Abde to stay. So he had to be sent back to the B team, which he played there. But definitely he's not going back again there for this season. You know, he wants to play for first team, the first division team. And Girona, who are now promoted to La Liga, are showing strong interest. So it remains to be seen if Girona convince Barcelona to loan him there, or I don't know if things change. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona have made some attractive moves in the market this summer so far, thanks in part of the economic levers utilized by club president Juan Laporta that includes the approval of a 25% sale of the club's TV rights. Barca had generated over 200 million euros by selling 10% of the rights to 6th Street earlier in the summer. This week, they are poised to sanction the sale of the remaining 15% to the same American fund, potentially generating up to 330 million euros. While much of this revenue is likely to be utilized in repaying the loan taken from Goldman Sachs, Barcelona believe they can register the newer signings and balance the books overall if they pull off one more economic lever before the start of the season. According to ARA, Barcelona have multiple options on the table, including the sale of 49% of Barca Studios as well as 49% of Barca licensing and merchandising. However, the club are sure they can balance the books if they can only sanction the sale of Barca Studios. The amount generated from the sale will be enough for Barca for the season ahead, as a result of which they believe that the sale of the BLM will not be so necessary at least until next year. Alternatively, Barca can offload Frankie de Jong in the summer. The Dutchman is very important, an important part of this jigsaw, as he is currently sitting on a lucrative salary and is regarded as one of the best midfielders in Europe. It means the former Ajax man cannot only free up a chunk of Barca's wage budget, but also help the club generate a sizable transfer revenue, which should be enough to a point where the club might not need to sell BLM just yet. It was a great idea to approve these economic levers because they are really helping. They are helping a lot. Without the economic levers that were approved in that assembly last month, how could we sign Lewandowski? How could we sign Rafinha? It was impossible. So it's great. So let's not forget that the proceeds from those sale of those assets is not just to buy players. We settle our debts. Barca owe a lot of debts, especially the one we took from Goldman Sachs last season. Barca want to pay it gradually using these economic levers being sold, as well as Barca also try to sign the players, register new players with the money. So it's going to be interesting. So Barcelona, as they are saying right now, they are not in a haste to sign or to sell the Barca licensing and merchandising, 49% that have been spoken about a couple of times. But Barca Studios is also an alternative. Barca are willing to sell. So the BLM is likely not to be sold as many people anticipated. But the Barca Studios would definitely be sold, which will still bring some significant amount of money, right? Then what we have been getting is later today, Barca will sanction the sale of the remaining 15% of the TV rights. We quite remember we have sold just 10% of the TV rights, and which generated 207 million euros. Right now, Barcelona will be expecting up to 330 million euros from the sale of the remaining 15% of their TV rights, which will go a long way to help them balance the books, settle debts, and maybe fight for Kounde, who is looking like a lost prospect, right? Or a lost target now for Barca. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.